Hey guys, what is up? It is me, here for my WWE Survivor Series 2010 pay-per-view review. Now, the pay-per-view just went off the air. For the most part, real quick. For some reason, it didn't feel much of a Survivor Series. Usually Survivor Series are usually special. Something big, something huge, something great happens. But it kind of reminds me somewhat of SummerSlam. SummerSlam didn't feel like just felt like a different pay-per-view. Kind of like what Survivor Series here. I'm not gonna bash on it. I'm gonna say it was an alright pay-per-view. I'm not gonna go too bad into it. Real quick, for the most part, I thought the mid-carders or the undercard, did pretty well. The rest was okay, decent. But let's get started, shall we? First match of the night, United States Championship match between the current champion Daniel Bryan versus Ted DiBiase with Maryse. This was actually a good match. I still thought Ziggler and Daniel Bryan from bragging rights was better, but it was still it was a good match. And I know it's Ted DiBiase. For some reason he seemed kind of slow how he wrestles. I don't know if he usually wrestles slow because let's face it, we don't see Ted DiBiase wrestle that much, and if he does, it's only for like 2 minutes. But he was kind of slow a little bit. Daniel Bryan did pick up the pace, and then I noticed Ted DiBiase started too. He started to communication was there. But overall, it was a good match. Daniel Bryan hits the label lock, Ted DiBiase taps out. Your winner and still United States champion Daniel Bryan. He really needs to lose that freaking theme song. Get a new theme song, kid. Next, you got the John Morrison versus Sheamus match. This was a good match. I kind of like I expected. I think both these guys did a pretty good job. Again, Morrison showing his athletic ability, Sheamus showing his power, his strength. At one point, John Morrison's jumping off the top rope. He lands on Sheamus. Sheamus gets immediately right back up and slams him to the ground. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, it was a good match. Morrison picks up the victory after hitting that kick off the, he bounced off the top rope, gets him with a kick. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, John Morrison. Then you had your Intercontinental Championship match between the challenger, Kaval, versus the Intercontinental Champion himself, Mr. Ziggles, Dolph Ziggler. Anyway, the match was good. I noticed there was a few botches. I think Kaval botched with Ziggler. Ziggler just stood there like, what the hell? But again, kind of like for the other two matches, this was a good match. Like I said before, the mid cards I noticed they did a pretty good job. Dolph Ziggler hit the. I think it was kind of funny. Michael Cole bossed on commentary. Dolph Ziggler hits this move, whatever, and he's like, "Oh, zigzag," and I think Matt Stryker's like, "That's not a zigzag," But anyway, Dolph Ziggler uses the tights, picks up the victory. 1, 2, 3. You winner and still Intercontinental Champion, Dolph Ziggler. So yeah, then we had our classic Survivor Series match. We had Rey Mysterio, Kofi Kingston, Chris Masters, and The Big Show, and MVP versus Alberto Del Rio's team. Alberto Del Rio, Tyler Reks, Drew McIntyre, Jack Swagger, and dashing Cody Rhodes. Real quick, right before the match, Swagger was backstage. He got a little segment, whatever he's saying, that we're not that they were in Miami. There wasn't in America. They were in little Cuba. Then Cody Rhodes said, "Oh, well, you tried to go in the nightclub last night, but I've never seen someone, go behind a rope or whatever. Wow, so dashing and so on." But anyway, the match happened. It's an alright match. Okay. Again, not much build up to it. I mean, yes, we had the last week of having a battle royal, but basically the final three competitors were Drew McIntyre and Bill Drew literally got knocked out in this match. You had Drew McIntyre, The Big Show, Rey Mysterio. It was kind of somewhat reminded me of bragging rights, the whole 2-on-1 thing. Rey Mysterio hits the 619. Big Show hits the choke slam. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Rey Mysterio's team. Yada yada yada. So next we have the 2-on-1 handicap match for the Divas Championship. LayCool champions versus Natalya. Just not good of a match, guys. It's a Divas match. It was basically for the most part Natalya. It's basically Google Blamer's handicap match. She's fighting for her life. I mean, just throwing Michelle McCool out, trying to go on Layla. Michelle comes in, throws out Layla, and then Natalya hits the sharpshooter on Michelle McCool. Michelle McCool taps out. Your winner and new Divas champion, Natalya. After the match was over, LayCool starts attacking from behind on Natalya. Out comes out the return of Beth Phoenix. Finally took her freaking how many months to come back? Well, it feels like freaking 8. I'm exaggerating, but she finally comes back, saves Natalya, gives Natalya the Divas Championship, which I can honestly see down the road maybe Natalya turning heel, turning her back on Natalya so she could become Divas Champion, but. So congratulations to Natalya. Finally a woman's title. I know a lot of people are like, oh, the Divas title has no prestige. Yeah, but at least she earns it. Of anyone in that company, to me, she earns it. So yeah. Next, you had the World Heavyweight Championship match between Kane and Edge. Of course, Kane, still trying to find out where his dad is, where his pallbearer. This match was kind of different, just because of how incredibly slow it was. Again, it's Kane, I get it, it ain't going to be the fastest paced match in the world, I get that. But, it's just, it was a kind of a controversial finish. Edge hits a spear, he gets to lie down, both these guys are down, Edge makes the cover, but apparently Kane made the cover too, 1, 2, 3, and then they say, oh, here's your new World Heavyweight Champion, Edge. Refs calls it off, says that both men, Kane and Edge's shoulders were on the ground at the time, so that the match ended in a draw, and your winner and still World Heavyweight Champion, Kane. Then afterwards, Kane was about to choke slam Edge outside. Edge backed out, whatever, threw him right through the steel steps, and that was it, basically. So yeah, little controversial ending there. Yeah. But anyway, then you had your Tag Team Championship match. We had Nexus, Justin Gabriel and Heath Slater versus Vladimir Kozlov, Santino Marella. So I gotta say more. This was a pretty quick match. They had the rest of Nexus, David Otunga, McGillicuddy, Harris come down to the ring. Otunga at one point, he's on top of the ring, distracts Santino's about to hit the Cobra, and then Heath Slater hits the finishing move. 1, 2, 3, your winners and still Tag Team Champions, Nexus. So last but not least, we have the main event. John Cena, special guest referee, with WWE title on the line. Wade Barrett of the Nexus versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. Now, I thought this match, to be honest with you, was better than the match they had at Bragging Rights. The Bragging Rights match just felt like a brawl, and it was slow. This was a little more fast paced. It was alright. It was an alright match. Again, I'm not going to complain too much. It was an okay match. Wade Barrett, he complained to John Cena a few times, said, oh, it's a 3. Cena's like, no. Then John Cena pushes Wade Barrett. Randy Orton hits the RKO. 1, 2, 3, your winner, and still WWE Champion Randy Orton, which means John Cena's quote unquote fired. Yes, Cena, we'll see you in a few months. Yeah, just taking a little vacation there. But yeah, and then after the match, Randy Orton was completely shocked to Cena. Can't believe that he actually let Orton beat Wade Barrett for the WWE Championship. Then he just went like this, and then Cena's got hard and stuff, and Cena left after the crowd, and that was basically it. So for the most part, Survivor Series was an alright pay-per-view. If I could give it anywhere, give it Maybe a 6.5 or 7. I'm not gonna go higher than that. Might go a little lower, but I'm not gonna go higher than that. So anyway, I'm gonna conclude this video. Last but not least, I want to leave you with one thing. Hey Gemini, see you, baby. Woo! Bet you're crying at home right now.